Hello. For those who don't know me, my name is Josie Windsor, and I have big dreams. I really want to make a change in this world, and it's something that most people just overlook day by day and don't really consider. It's a small thing, It's just nobody really wants to help, I guess. I mean, people just don't give a fuck, I guess. Like, I feel like the people that do give a fuck don't live in my town. How about that? I'll tell you a little about myself before I kind of get to my point. I've grown up what I would consider a pretty hard life, I feel like life's hard for everybody, but I had it a little bit just more than average hard, I grew up with a speech impediment, and that was a big hell. Like, I remember clearly just people just not understanding what the fuck I was saying, and like just me saying and they're just like, what, but I've always been told I was really, really, really smart, and I never really, I always felt like I was just doing, just being me, Throughout elementary, I was told I was a genius with all this shit, and like, into middle school, into high school, and I was told all this shit, but school was just really hard for me, I would see my teachers literally making problems. People don't really consider, like, how that, just think about that for a second, like, when somebody's making problems for you, they're literally just giving you trouble. And it's like, I wish my teachers would have just taught me this stuff, and not, like, worksheets and just all that. I wish they would just, taught me. I would have been cool with that, I would have got out of school and probably know more than I know now, Because I remember shit, like, high school was nothing but, I just graduated, like, a couple weeks ago, and the only thing I can tell you about algebra is that it was hell. It was just fucking hell, like, in short words, keep this moving. Around the time of, I think, like, 8th grade, my freshman year in high school, before then I had a problem with just running off. Like, I would run off constantly. Like, I hated my household. Like, my mom just never listened. That's the only way I can put it. She just never fucking listened. And no matter how much I not literally cried, but like I tried to get her to listen to me, she just did not give a fuck. And like, maybe I will give her like one day in a year to where she would, love you. But no, after that, it was me saying I love you and her saying it back. If you get where I'm coming from. I don't want to go into too many details, but around the time of my 8th grade, the freshman year, I had ran off and I was gone for like 5 days. I got pretty far. I got to like Westport, Missouri, and this time though, I usually got sent. When they would catch up with me, or I would just not have anywhere to go, had to come home. They would send me to Creighton, and Creighton is fucking hell. Like, anybody's ever been there, it's like jail, just really in your business jail, This time they didn't send me there. They sent me to a place called Marillac, and they're a little more, I guess, in depth. They're a little more pricier too. But the insurance was paying for all this. I went in there, and off a flip, they were like, "Oh, we know what he has." They talked to me a bunch and like tried to figure out like what I was thinking and so and so. But I remember like my second day in there, they called my mom up there and was like, sat us all down and was like, he has an autism spectrum disorder. And I was like, what? Because I'd heard autism before, but I always heard it like when kids like retarded, or like they just, I guess they're retarded, but like they just don't know, like they're not smart, I've always been told I was a genius though. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't have it, you know. They're like, yeah, something called Aspergers, and they explained more about it, and they essentially told my mom that they don't even know why they're telling me I have this. It's just my personality fits under these guidelines to say that I have this, you know, this shit. And I hate it even being given a name, because when you give something a name, you automatically like give it like a class, and it's like, I feel like, or not a class, but a variable, you know, you put it like on a scale, especially making it part of the autism family. It's like people automatically look at that like, you know, you're just stupid, like, you know. That's what I'm kind of getting at. It doesn't make me any smarter, stupider, or anything than your average person, you know. And I've actually been told that it makes me smarter than your average person, which I mean, who knows? You know, I really don't care, you know. I'm just a person like everybody else, you know. But I remember I went back to school, and I've been going out of school for like a week, and everybody was like, where you been at? And one of the people that I thought was not necessarily my friends, but somebody I could kind of confide in, you know. He was like, where you been at? I was like, man, I ran away, and to this place called Maryland, and they told me I had a autism disorder called Aspergers. He stopped and froze and was like, autism, like, you're retarded. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what have I done, you know? And lo and behold, he went around telling people, well, this kid has autism, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, well, what the fuck? Like, just, seriously, you know. And I got shit about it for probably a couple of days, you know. And after that, I never said anything about it. Just, you know, just nothing. I feel like now I'm an adult, you know. I don't really give a fuck what people think about me. You know, I'm on my own path. You know, I'm being me. You know, and it's making progress. You know, I feel like I can make a little more progression, but I don't necessarily want to save the world, but I want to save the people I can save. I want to help people that are in my position that have been told they have all these things, you know. Because I was told, you know, when I was younger that I had ADHD, and I was bullshit, and all it did was shut me up, and it made me feel like a fucking zombie. And like I was just just the title made me feel like I was odd, you know. And they even told me I had ODD, you know, all that opposite defined disorder and all that shit, and I feel like they shouldn't be drugging kids because of all this stuff, you know, because of any of it. They shouldn't be giving kids any kind of medicine, if you ask me. I mean, unless it's like antibiotics or something, you know. But and when you think about it, they're saying it's the kids, but they're not really seeing that it's literally just the way they're teaching the kids. And I've never been in a learning disabled class or anything, but I see the kids that were in those classes, and I'm like, they're learning disabled, like they're calling me, you know, they're telling me I can't learn like a normal person, you know, but these kids are like, they're literally like, there's something wrong in their brains where they can't, they're stupid or something, you know, I don't know what word to use, but they're disabled.
Well, I'm trying to grow my hair
But I will see that I'm like, they're literally changing the way they're teaching and teaching these kids a certain way. But when they're trying to teach somebody with ADHD, all they're doing is just doing the same exact thing, but maybe singling you out. And it's like, what? They don't see how, like, you're literally you're not changing anything about the way you're teaching, but you're just singling the kid out and making them feel like they're different. And now they're feeling different. And now they're gonna act different. Now they're gonna they're not gonna fit in, you know, and so on and so on. And that's simply the way I've grown up. And I feel like I am literally just, I'm not your average person, you know, but nobody's your average person, you know, unless there's some idiot conformist, you know. And I think that's just none of my friends are conformists because I hate it. You know, I feel like if you really want to be that much like everybody else, you may as well be everybody else. You know, you're just gonna be another statistic. You're not gonna make any kind of mark. You're just gonna be the average person living middle class or maybe even upper class. Nobody knows about you. Nobody gives a damn. You know, and you're not making any kind of difference. And I don't want to be that, and I'm not gonna be that. You know. If you've gotten this far in this video and you're still actually giving a damn about what I'm saying, you know,
like 7 days and it's hard
all
as
that
fuck
really
'cause I
saying is
need
just
you.
don't
I
tell
know
people.
sometimes I wish I give up, but I keep my chin up. And I need sometimes I wish I could rewind way back in
Sorry about
time,
that,
and
but
I don't need to.
ran out of footage, but
G-Shock on my wrist and hate
what I was
so
getting at
much
is
that I can see, though I know
simply
sometimes it's hard
never
to talk.
judge
And now you got
somebody.
your Facebook up so we can
You know,
keep
you
in
judge
touch.
somebody, fuck
Kid
you.
that used to write in chalk.
Put that out there. You judge anybody or anything. Fuck.
Even if it's illegal, I'm still rolling up. I'm in a room full of bitches that's down to
I've already
fuck.
said
And
this,
even if
but
she got a man,
there's
she
a
gonna be down with
ancient
us.
Indian proverb. I'm gonna leave you guys with this, then I'm gonna just probably go to sleep or something. But the proverb goes, "Never judge a man until you've walked 1,000 miles in his moccasin." And most people don't really. They're thinking, "Oh, well, I walk 1,000 miles in somebody's shoes. I can judge them." Like, no. What that tells you is that you should never judge anybody because 1,000 miles is a metaphor for a whole entire lifetime in that proverb. And if you've not lived a person's life from out of the womb to their end, you don't deserve to judge anything about them. You should not at all. You know, nobody has that right. But I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching this. Peace out.